Hey. Welcome to another episode of the Goalpost. And I'm joined by my compadre, Sam Tonderai Maramba. What's happening, mate?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I know I'm okay, bro. I'm easy, man. I'm chilled as usual, bro. And
Mm.
yeah, man, I just watched the Champions League draw, bro. I've been like excited on my end, just seeing that the Champions League is back. That's the pinnacle of football. It's similar to NBA finals, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, I
But
agree. Exciting draw. Exciting draw.
I know indeed, bro. Let me just share my screen, dog, so that we can see how it went down, bro. It's been quite interesting, bro. Please advise if you can see there on your end, dog. But yeah, these
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah. And so yeah, man, like Group A and B for me, those two groups, man, are insane. They really are challenging in my opinion, because like there's three teams. For me, I rate it based on three teams. If there's three
Yeah,
teams that could potentially go through, that's uh how I rate them. And what's crazy is that Leipzig and PSG were in the same group last season, along with
last
us.
season.
Yeah, and remember we got knocked. we just needed a draw, Nasa, if I'm not mistaken.
Oli, bro. Oli.
Hey,
Hey. We needed a draw, and he put
dog.
on five defenders. I don't know what it was that time.
Yeah,
Huh. Yeah, I
hey,
remember. I remember. I remember.
I know it really messed us up, right? It really, hey, for me, I'm still hurt by that uh exit, right? But of course, we move on. We
Yeah.
move on with life, dog. And yeah, man, like with City, I mean, I'm not sure if you saw on Twitter, but Ronaldo is the number one trending topic right now,
Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
Um, I think the first thing. This whole he played for the other club,
Yeah,
the other club being us.
yeah,
So it's a very hard pill to take. But I mean he played for us like a long time ago. So for
yeah,
me, there have been players. I mean, uh, the levels he managed to like reach Ed Real are so high that I can't even hate on him.
yeah.
So if he wants to go to Manchester City, I think it just makes everything interesting for me. I
Yeah.
understand why he probably wouldn't want to stay um, at Juve. Besides Juve, Juve's team not looking like at the moment it's like a correct mix like for like him. There's also money issues happening there and stuff. So look, if he wants to take the next step, Messi versus Cristiano in the first game of the group, I hope it is. Yeah, I don't know about you.
Hey man, like hey, for me, bro, I echo your sentiments. Like this man has done so much for our club, right? It would be difficult for me to hate on him if he moves to City. And besides, he's at the twilight of his career. He's 36 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah,
His situation currently at Italy rather, is not great, as far as the league is concerned. Um, and as far as his team is concerned, bro, like I don't, if I was in his shoes, bro, I'd make the move. I mean, get that
yeah,
Arab money, go to a team that I know I can stat pad pretty much. Ronaldo right now he's just all about stat padding, my G. So
yeah,
get the goals in, and hey, man, I just think United fans need to relax, bro. Like this thing of investing your emotions to a player instead of
yeah,
club
yeah.
is what for me is I don't think it makes sense for our fan base to be upset about this. At the end of the day, Ronaldo did what he did for United in between '04. No, did he have in '03 or '04?
I think
Not
all
sure.
three. I think.
Yeah, '03 till '09, he did his thing, bro.
Yeah.
We won multiple league titles. We won FA Cups. Okay, an FA Cup, just one.
In FA Cup. Yeah.
Won we won the big ears, the Champions
Yeah.
League, and yeah, man, he did like he put our team on the map, bruh. We were
Mm.
like the strongest team in the world, and yeah, man, for what he's done, you've covered at Real Madrid. The homie scored so many goals. I mean, he was just
Yeah.
unbelievable there. I mean, that's where he was in his prime, and that's where he peaked. And so for him to move to City, for me, hey, it's whatever, man. We'll make the league interesting. As
Yeah.
far as fantasy league is concerned, I
I
mean,
wonder how much
stopping.
he is on fantasy.
Hey, man, because the thing is that, bro, he doesn't even need to do much if he plays for City. Because from a tactical standpoint, you know how City play. They create
Mm.
overlaps, bring the ball in,
Yeah.
score. So De
And they'll feed
Bruyne,
you.
yeah, and as well, Ronaldo's a finisher, bro. Like, that's why
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's just gonna stat pad his way, to the top, man. He's still athletic, very marketable. I think City, from a revenue standpoint,
Mm.
revenue will increase drastically when Ronaldo
Mm.
should he join. Let me use the word should, because it really isn't
Yeah.
finalized until Fabrizio Romano says, "Hey, here we go."
Here we go. Here
Here
we
we go.
go.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
you did cover PSG versus potentially like Messi Ronaldo. That would be a very interesting game, bro.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it also wouldn't be like as a surprise that in this age, two of the greatest players move to two of the richest clubs. So it's
yeah,
like it's a sign of the times, really, that
yeah,
money talks. It
yeah,
really does. So yeah,
yeah. No, it really does talk, bro. And for me, I think that they are human beings after all, man. Like, I mean,
yeah.
if you were offered the money that these guys are getting paid, I mean, hey, man, I'd move, bro. I won't lie to you. My loyalty wouldn't be for. I
Uh,
wouldn't put my loyalty for. I'll never like put my loyalty like for a team per se. Like, I just always do me all the time, man, and go where the guap is, man. Get my euros, get my pounds, you know, convert that into rands, and I'm a billionaire, essentially.
Speak about that.
Yeah,
I just want us to like have a little like side,
yeah,
convo.
yeah,
Pesitao.
yeah,
I don't know if you've seen that he is moving.
yeah. To Al.
Yeah. So would you as an individual, would you have sat on the bench at like in the EPL earning good money as well, or would you have tried out other clubs there, or are you just looking to play?
Okay. Quick question: is this a loan move or is it a permanent move?
To be honest, I'm not sure as well.
Yeah,
So, but I did
because
see the stuff in the morning, but I thought about it, but I was like, those guys pay though as well.
yeah, they do,
Yeah.
they do,
So
man. They do.
yeah.
As compared to us, our African teams, certainly Premier League teams pay more, bruh. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
So,
money, especially if you convert from pounds to rands. I mean, it's it's a lot, bruh. He's a millionaire. So for me, if I'm getting loaned out, my parent club is gonna still settle my wage, right? So, hey man, it's fine. Loan me out as long as you guys settle my wage. It's fine. But I personally feel as if stylistically, I feel like players they tend to move to teams without considering the style of play. Like for instance, when you look at Donny van der Beek, I think in the back of his mind, he should have did his research and said, "Let me watch how United play. Will this suit will this benefit me going to that club because look now, the Netherlands national team. I mean, he plays for a really strong national team, and for
Mm-hmm.
him to secure his spot in the national team, he needs to have he has to play regular football. And now he's not playing regular football because he chose United due to the brand itself. So for me, I feel like players at times need to also do their research. I mean, just like us, if we want to switch roles, we do the research, the necessary research for
Mm-hmm.
for that role, and we ensure that we are familiar with that role before we actually move into it. And so I feel like at times it's important for players to actually consider that. Yes, the bag is great. I know United pays, they pay a lot, but Real Madrid will also after him simultaneously, and Real Madrid also can settle, you know
Such a
oh,
weird thing though, with
yeah,
these clubs that have
yeah,
youth coming up.
yeah,
Ajax had that beautiful team, but if you look at them as like individuals, after leaving Ajax, I don't think there's a player there who you can say has really performed well. There's the defender who went to Juve.
De
Uh,
Ligt,
yes, yes, yes.
yeah, De
He
Ligt,
isn't
yeah,
he isn't really shining. Is here at Chelsea? He isn't really shining like yet,
yeah,
anyway. Yeah,
yeah,
so it's so weird. Even in the Monaco team, besides for Bernardo Silva and Kylian, you look at Ba- Bakayoko.
yeah.
You
I
look
back
at
you. Okay.
Mendy is not even doing that well as well. He's always
Yeah,
injured. So sometimes, yeah, to your point, I don't know whether it's a style of play or it's a change of place of playing, or
mm,
when you move to like a bigger club, it just doesn't suit you. But yeah, it's weird.
yeah. I think it's the style of play, bro, because Ten Hag had a certain way that he
Oh yeah,
played, and
yeah.
then and they understood how he played. That's why I rate Ten Hag. I wouldn't mind Ten Hag at United. I'm not sure about
Where
you,
is
bro.
he now?
He's still at Ajax, bro.
Is
You
it?
know,
And they
yeah,
chose Louis to manage the
national team,
national
dog.
team.
Because
Ah,
Louis,
come on.
I don't LVG's a G, bro. Like, man, like under LVG, Sam, we won a trophy, dog. With top players, bro. How many young players did LVG promote, dog? Like how many?
Mhm.
He
No,
promoted a
but
shit load. Abu,
those are tough times, bro.
yeah, those were tough times, dog. We had
Eddie
Finlay.
McNair, do you remember him?
Yeah, you see
Eddie
what I'm
McNair,
saying? McNair,
bro.
Cameron,
Tough.
Broadford Jackson.
What was this guy's name? Alex Button, like left,
Yeah,
left, left back.
yeah.
It's
Battling
tough
from
time.
the Dutch. And it was bad,
Tough
bro. You
time.
see that squad were bad. We were
Mm.
terrible, bro. And when you compare it to what Ole has, bruh. Oh my god, bruh. Like really, like really, dog. And my G, like moving on. Let's move on to the next question. I had this
Okay.
question and mind.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you saw Gary Neville's analysis of
Oh yeah. Yeah. I did.
comparing Ole with the great Jurgen Klopp. Like, what's your take on that, bro? Because for me, I was baffled. Like, I was like,
um.
yeah,
Look, there's obviously a media ploy to get that class of '92 and those former players to to make it seem like this is all good and well. So yes, like when he drew those things, like Klopp had 1.89, Solskjaer is 1.86, and all those things seem similar. All the stats, but at the end of the day, you need to realize that you're speaking about someone who took over a team, and that person actually had some research on this. Klopp had managed 586 games, right, for Mainz, and the team he eventually won two leagues with, you know, and then Ole had only managed 274 games before he came, so that's less than half of the number of games. So for me, it tells me that the experience that you need to manage at a certain level is very, very different. Yes, it may be the case that now, and look, I don't I don't rate Ollie because like what I've always said to you, Ollie is a nothing guy. He is not too bad for you to be like nah, but he's not too good to ever win anything. So
Mm-hmm.
he is just killing us with hope. So I get it that he may have similar, figures at the moment, but then you then have the follow up season, which is this season for him, which Klopp, because of his experience, identified with less money, with way less money, spending way less money, identified that okay, I've managed this team for 99 games. I've gotten 70 something points, 75. And then he was like, this is what I need. And then he bought exactly what he needed. And that's experience for you because he put in plugs. Allison is like, okay, Allison, he put in Virgil there, and he's like, okay, I'm winning. And then he went to 97 points. I don't know that Oli is going to get to 97 points, not because I don't like him, but because even when he is buying, I've got a problem with him because it's like you have Ahmad, you have Daniel James, you've got Pelistri, I think is what his
Yeah,
name is called,
Malaysia, yeah.
Telles, Donny. So you've got all these signings that he has made, and yes, in the most you have Harry, Bruno, those that have actually changed stuff. But he's also got some weird signings where I'm like, are you trying what is informing all these decisions in terms of the signing? So just in terms of a manager having experience at the highest level and knowing what to make a squad go from finishing second to first, I still have doubts, and I'm not coming down on him hard because there was a draw. No, but over the course of the seasons, he is playing well because he also has Pogba, he has Bruno, he has Cavani, he has Greenwood. Any manager, any
Yeah,
manager, bro, you're most likely to finish in the top four. So
yeah.
yeah, that's
No,
my
that's
take on those, stats.
yeah. Yeah, I fully agree with you, bro. Like he has the ingredients. Like he really has everything, you know. Like imagine if a guy like Conte would have
Yeah.
the squad, bro. And Conte is the one who unleashed Pogba. At the end of the day, it was Conte who was like, "Hey, I see Sir Alex Ferguson ain't feeling your swag, my nigga. Come through. Let me,
You're
let me, let
feeling
me
those hairstyles.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
not feeling.
Let me give you, yeah. Let me give you a free roll, my G. Let me give you a free roll. When you do whatever you want to do, dog. Let me give you confidence, bro. And it's Conte who's the one who unleashed Pogba. He saw the potential before fans even saw it, bro. He was like, "This one, I want this one, bro." And then when he got Pogba, that's when Juve started winning Scudettos because already, I mean, can you imagine? And you just spoke of experience,
Mm.
like it's crazy how okay before we speak of Conte, like Jurgen Klopp, a lot of people forget Jurgen got Liverpool to the Europa League final as well as the Carabao Cup final in his first season,
Mm.
with all those scraps, dog. About Joe Allen, Walsh Perlow, I call him Walsh Perlow. Like he got these he got these guys to the Europa League final, and then of course they lost to Unai Emery because we all know
The
Unai
master.
never catches an L
Yeah.
in Europa League, bro. And yeah, bro, he with the little he had, he got the most out of his players. Yes, he finished eighth, but you gotta give him you gotta give him praise for at least getting the team into finals, because that was a sign for me that okay, Liverpool they're now reaching finals. This is bad because
Hmm.
they're actually now gaining confidence and essentially. that led to them being what they are right now. Right now, I mean, even till today, like when you look at them on paper, they're not the same as us, bro. On paper,
Yep,
a lot
agreed.
of our players that walk into their team in the
Hmm.
starting 11, but because of the system that Klopp has implemented. Because I'm a systems guy in any sports, whether it's basketball, whether it's soccer, you know, cricket, even how you organize the field, bro. Like these things play a huge role, bruh. At the end of the day, this is a team sport, and we can't just be relying on individual brilliance. Like even like over like for instance our opening game against Leeds. I covered this with my friends yesterday. We're a
Yeah.
team that scores only
Hmm.
on the break. If we're not scoring from the break, it has to be individual brilliance. Greenwood has to do some crazy shit. Pogba has to do some. Bruno has to do something. But we never score team goals where we open up a team. We dissect them like the way City did against Norwich. And that's my fear with our current coach is that teams, smart coaches know how to play against us. I'll
Of
just
course,
say that. Smart coaches.
of
Yeah.
course. That
Yeah.
was evident. Uh,
Yeah.
you saw a smart coach playing against us who took the first goal and was like, okay, how do I then play from here? Because in the
Yeah.
whole second half, you could see a team slowing the pace of the game down as well, which doesn't suit us as well. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but I agree with you.
Mm.
Sometimes you see us play, and you think if it isn't Bruno and if it isn't Pogba, at least there has to be a system that still survives, that says, okay, this is how we are playing, this is how we're finding spaces, this is how we're trying to like break teams down. But once you get Bruno out, you get Pogba out, you're failing to see how there's an actual playing style there. And there's too many sideway passes. I like too many of them. Too many.
Yeah, bro. Even over the weekend, even the substitutions, bro. Like my fear, especially with Ole, it's when he rotates. Have you noticed when we rotate, dog? I don't know why, but we just capitulate when we
But X,
rotate.
that was the number one mistake. Why do you change a winning team? And
Hmm.
why do you change a winning team on the second game of the season?
Bro,
If it was an injury, as it seems to be with what's his name,
McTominay.
Scott, then
Yeah,
it's fine. But in the
yeah.
front, James actually played well. Hey, a lot of people don't like James. I also don't, but James played well. So why do you change a winning team? Martial at 9 doesn't work. It's not working. It's not been working. Like, are you expecting a miracle? I don't know. I don't know.
Ish, bro. Like, and my thing is that from a tactical standpoint, like especially when he took off, like there's a point where he put Pogba back in the double pivot, which for
In
me
the
does
year,
not make sense. Especially when we're trying to win the game. Yeah, we're not trying to. For me personally, Southampton is a team we're supposed to beat. Like we're supposed to get 3 points against them. Yeah, boy. And so for me to move Pogba into the double pivot, and we all know that our attack gets stifled when Pogba is deep, bro. It's crazy. And Donny van der Beek, what does Donny need to do, bro, to get game time, bro? Like,
yeah, I think that's the question on a lot of people's minds. It's like,
yeah,
when will he play? And why isn't he playing? Because, like you say, I think we are fortunate to have grown up in the time where we knew our team plays a certain team, and it's a win. It isn't like it isn't a thing like, or it may end as a draw or whatever. No, 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 no. You go
yeah.
away, it's an away game, or opposition is what? 3 points. That's how we knew our team to play.
Mm.
So if you are going there with Matic and Fred, I don't understand that, because for me that's where Donny should be playing. Even if it's Pogba in that double pivot, I don't know. Even if it's Donny, I don't know how he wants to play, but you don't need that double pivot if you're going to go to teams that are lower than you. And I say that not to say though those teams aren't, good, but I say to say the pressure that you want to build from the offset, if you've got so much off the ball. And you saw that there was a lot of, press. And it's like we can't handle press anymore. If teams press Bruno and if they press Pogba, they have now seen that, oh, okay, these are the two we need to press. Because if, like I was saying, if no ball comes from Pogba and goes in, if no ball comes from Bruno and goes in, there's nothing like, as you were saying, there's no breaking down a team from, like, Harry, to Fred, to Bruno, to so that for me is something that I have to question. But it's so unfortunate because with Oli, it's like there's a familiarity to the way we played over the weekend, and I've seen that often where Manchester United are sort of like, it's become a team that's almost comfortable at times with not taking all 3 points. And that you do against a hard grind, like when you've had a hard grind. But there's a familiarity in dropping points that Oli has, that at the end of the day, I was like, okay, yeah, okay, it's fine. I wasn't angry, but I was just like, yeah, okay, I know.
Yeah, back to reality. I mean, for me, it was like, back to reality. Like things ain't gonna change, for me
Yeah,
personally. Especially if we playing against smart managers. Like I won't even speak of the team per se. It's just the manager. But if we are up against a manager who is tactical and who knows how to set up a team to 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 play a low block, there's nothing we can do, under this manager. Unfortunately, we really need a coach, bro. Like essentially, we need someone who can coach, dog, and just come up with a style of play that will benefit the entire team and hide our team's deficiencies. Fred, especially against Southampton, our issue was ball retention because we kept giving away the ball a shitload of
yeah,
times.
yeah, true.
Ronnie van der Beek
16 times.
is specializes in keeping possession. Like that's
Yeah,
what he's good at. He's Dutch players are like that, man. Dutch players from the past, your Schneiders,
and
Philippe
small spaces.
Kaku,
Yeah, and
yeah,
small
small
spaces.
pace
Yeah,
spaces. Yeah, and it's because they're small in stature, So it's like even with the Spanish, David Silva,
yeah,
small in stature, not physical. He's he's a person who plays with his brain, press resistant, Person who I liked from Arsenal is Santi Catola, bro. Catola,
oh
bro,
yeah,
press resistant, bro. Like that guy knew how to break the press because he's got a
yeah.
brain and he knew how to hold on to possession. He never gave away the ball. It was very difficult for you to get the ball from him. And we're playing McTominay. That game, no, sorry, Fred and Matic. That game for
Matic.
me, those two don't complement each other, in my opinion. We needed Donny and Matic because at least then I would have known when it comes to ball retention, we would have retained the ball very well and we would have, at least not give away the ball the way we did. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't know which is the best combination in that midfield. But I
Yeah.
think what people are crying out for, and again, on
Mm.
that comparison they were making between Klopp and Oli,
Yeah.
there's talk of us needing a proper DM. We also spoke about that in
Yeah.
the episode,
Yeah.
and I'm beginning to think, like, if you're playing away to such I mean, Southampton as compared to us, it is a small team. You have
Yeah.
so many solutions that you have that you can't keep crying about that one thing. So for me, I agree with you. There's certain combinations in there that aren't making sense, because Fred wins the ball, but he loses it.
Yeah.
Matic As soon as someone plays a pass behind him, you know it's curtains.
Yeah,
And so I don't know how they view the game, how they are seeing it. But clearly, like I said, when you go to such teams, get one player sitting there and have the
yeah,
others play the ball around. But I don't know. But maybe we need one guy who has the quality to also play out. So when they get the passes, and to be honest, Maguire, everyone was trash that day. Maguire and Lindelof's passes, even into the midfield players, were trash because
yeah.
once people press you, you need to be clever enough, to come back. If it's sure, come back, open up spaces for other people. Yeah, that was just, yeah, it was terrible from everyone because I felt like they went in, they went into the game thinking, oh, okay, this is already, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know, Sam,
So
bro. Essentially, our team is crispy. We Krispy Kreme FC, dog. We like a donut, dog. Like that's bad United. Dog. We don't our midfield. Ihlangahlangene, bro. I'm not like we really don't have that, bro. And once you dominate us in that space,
yeah,
we can't really do anything. And I mean, for me, even if we get a proper DM, I don't really trust. I don't trust the coach to bring out the best out of this DM. Even if it would be a world class one. Even with Sancho, bro, watch, dog. Yes, Sancho's star boy, man. Sancho's a nice player, but Sancho's a player who he's not like your. How can I say this? He's not a winger that crosses the ball a lot. He's not like a how can I say this? Which winger can I think of who delivers the ball in a lot? Like he's not like a Bale, a direct player who just runs onto the bar line and crosses. He's a player who plays intricate balls, and you're gonna pair him with Uwan Basaka, who bruh, can't even when it
yeah,
like bruh, like there's just so much that for me I really I'm not trying to be pessimistic, yeah, but I'm just viewing this football from a football perspective. When I look
mm,
at big teams, teams that are actually doing the right things, and I look at how they play, and then I look at how we play. I just it baffles me a lot, bruh. And you know, I just get worried, bro. Especially when it's 30 minutes and we haven't like even scored a goal. I just panic. I be
yeah.
like, maybe I should have not captained Bruno Fernandes for fantasy. I should have captained another player type of feeling.
But that's
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's the nature of being a fan. Like the highs are always
yeah.
high, and the lows are always low. And I think
I was,
if we
yeah,
feel this way about a draw away, I think this is the right kind of attitude because the expectation from the fans this season is first. And if you don't get first, you are losing first by 3 points, 5 points, goal difference. That one was painful, but it's fine. We can take it again. At least we know we're going somewhere. So yeah, high highs and low lows.
yeah. That's true, bruh. And in closing, bruh, let's look at our group. Because this
Okay.
for me, I care about my group. I don't really care about the other groups. Like the other groups, nah, bro. We should be winning this. Bro, like we we should be, bruh, winning this.
I agree with you. This should be a comfortable win.
Dude.
Um, Villarreal, we should go at Villarreal the very same way that I think Ole is supposed to be going at Villarreal. These guys beat us. These guys just remember the pay. That's all.
Yeah,
Atalanta, I know it's a tricky club.
yeah,
Liverpool versus Atalanta, I think it was a couple of seasons ago when it
yeah.
was a trickish game. But I expect us to win those. And these boys, I mean, these are young boys. Come on, these are
Young
very young.
boys, dog. from
Come on.
Switzerland. Ah,
It says in the name.
yeah, it says, but we should be cruising in this group, dog. But watch us, dog, Sam. Watch us
Nah, nah.
make this thing complicated. Yo, man, like,
It
hey,
won't. It
yo,
isn't the, it isn't the same as last time. So this is a
yeah,
very easy group for us. And the worst case scenario is us finishing second, really.
yeah.
So if Ole ever finishes third in this group, fire him, bro, on the spot.
But watch, they're not gonna fire him, Sam. That's my issue, dog. Tina, as fans, we ambitious, but our board, bro, they don't match our ambition. That's the issue, bro. And coaches like Conte, the reason why I would never go for him at this particular moment is because they are ambitious and they will be
Mm,
telling Ed Woodward, listen here, dog, like don't waste my time, bro. And you know Conte. Conte's an aggressive character, bro. You know,
yeah.
he'll be like, bro, you've seen my CV. I've got multiple Scudettos. I've won the Premier League. You know, like you, even the FA Cup. Yeah,
And
the
the FA
season.
Cup.
Yeah, and the FA. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, come on, bro. He's gonna say
No,
like, dog.
but that's
Yeah,
exactly what I was saying the last time. It's like if you notice
yeah.
that other teams have just picked up a little trophies here and there ever
Dude,
since, like little somethings. We under Ole haven't picked up anything.
jack shit, man. And it's
It's
frustrating,
vibes.
bro. Yeah, it's vibes, bro. We just vibing, bro. And for me, hey, things need to change, bro. Like man, if our board only had my ambition, if I was at the, you see, bro, if I was this, hey, man, this guy would be under pressure, bro. I'd be like, bro, you've got all the tools, dog. You have all the tools. Don't fuck this up, bro. Should you mess it up, my G, like you out with your backroom staff, everyone out, and then we get someone
Hey,
who's serious about life.
we have this guy. Have you seen him? Eric Ramsey. Um, is this guy who he
No, I
signed from
haven't.
Chelsea? He is a coach. So
Yeah,
I've watched a few of his sessions, and he is like touted as this set piece specialist, but also a situational one.
yeah,
So he makes people train like 4v2, then the bulk, then so he's a so I think I saw him over the weekend. So you should see every time a sub comes in, the guy who like has the board now telling them instructions. It's him. So he's very highly spoken about as a coach. But I suppose that also has to do with the fact that he is from there. But then, yeah,
mhm,
so I just thought I should mention that, bro. I just found it interesting because Oli keeps adding people to his staff. So, because if you look at some of them in the staff, the Kieran McKenna's, the Carricks, the Fletchers, and if you compare them with other assistant managers elsewhere,
yeah,
experience levels are again lacks.
yeah. Lags big time, bro. Lags big time,
Mm.
bro. And on my end, bro, if if we don't get rid of Ole, his backroom staff, bro, he needs to, get guys who know how to, set up the cones, who can come up with a style, man. That's what we need right now as United. Once we get that, we will be competitive again. We will be a team that that will challenge. Like we will put on, we will give City a run for its money, depending on whether they get Ronaldo or not. Because I mean, Kane is staying. Daniel Levy had a gun. Levy's a thug, bro. Daniel Levy, that guy's a thug, bro. Like Levy don't play
Yeah, but
games, bro. Like
every player who has left there, even on very hard terms,
mm,
Berbers, even Crouch even said he's like Levy is tough,
yeah.
tough as nails. So
Mm,
hey, I wasn't surprised as well when Kane was
yeah.
like, "Hey guys, I'm staying." So
Yeah, bro. Gentleman is
tough as
my. He's like gentleman agreements my ass, bro. Like
nails.
you ain't going anywhere. Your contract does not say gentleman's agreement,
They
dog.
must release the guy. They must release the guy. Come on. Oh, did you
Yeah,
also
man,
see
he's
that
gonna
Pep?
be Alan Shearer that one.
You also see that Pep is
Sorry.
saying 2023 he wants to leave,
Yeah, I saw, bro. I did see. I did see.
and then he wants to
Hey,
return,
man.
but into international.
Whoa. He might. Where do you think he'll coach? Spain.
Obviously, he's gonna go to
International.
Spain. This friend of his who isn't picking Real Madrid players, I'm sure they have a pact there.
Yeah. Luis
Martinez.
Enrique.
Sorry,
Huh?
Enrique. Why am I thinking
Yeah,
Martinez?
Enrique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Enrique.
And you know Enrique
He
has
didn't
won
pick.
a treble, bro.
Yeah, I know, but then he didn't pick a Real Madrid player again for these qualifiers coming up. Like, Ndota, man.
Bro. Yeah, that is not feeling. But come to think of it, from Madrid, which Spanish players are they? Because Ramos is no longer there.
Oh,
It's
but
Carvajal.
Carvajal played. Yeah.
Yeah. Who else?
Valverde, where is he from?
Valverde. I think he is Spanish. I think Valverde is Spanish. I think he is, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, to be honest, yeah,
The
it's
Spanish
also
players who
tough.
play for Madrid and yeah, exactly. The Spanish players who play for Madrid aren't as saucy, bro. Like,
Mm, mm,
come to
mm.
think of it, they really aren't. So it's just for the Euros. I was surprised that he didn't pick Ronaldo. Like he's elite.
Sorry, X.
Yo, Sam,
Yeah, bro.
are you there, bro?
Yeah,
It
I
was
can hear you
Wi-Fi
now.
is acting booky again. Last night it did the exact same thing. Hey, bruh, this
All good,
Wi-Fi,
man.
dog, and it's a sign. It's a sign, bro. We need to wrap things up, man. Thank you for
Cheers.
availing yourself once again, bro. Yeah, man. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Help us with the algorithm. This is the goalpost, and we out.
Cheers.
Peace. Cheers, my man.